Hi, my name is Lindsay Eason, and my preferred pronouns are she, her, and hers. One of the main reasons why I took this course was because it was part of my minor, which is U.S. Ethnic Studies. But I also had a lot of interest in this course way back when I was a freshman, and I was in my freshman sociology class, and a bunch of kids in my class were telling me that they highly recommended taking this course because they really did learn a lot. And so their interest sparked an interest in me, and that's one of the reasons why I have enrolled in this course. One of the most important objects in my life is my blood kit because I am a type 1 diabetic and I've been type 1 since I was 4 years old, so 18 years now. So it's a very simple little machine, nothing super complicated. Here's the monitor that reads the blood sugar. This is what I used to prick my finger with. And then these are the strips that go into the monitor that take the blood from my finger and it reads the monitor. Without this particular machine, I would be sick all the time or possibly just not well because it allows me to constantly check and see where my blood sugars are because since I'm diabetic, I don't make any insulin. And so therefore my blood sugars are not regulated. And so this allows me to see where they are and then I can adjust my insulin based off of what the numbers are here. What I like about this machine in particular the most is that it gives me an average of what my blood sugars have been for a week, a month, and even up to 90 days, which is very helpful because when I go to the doctors every 3 months, they do an A1C test, which checks what my blood sugars are averaging in a 3-month period. So this allows me to see what it is before I kind of go so I can gauge to see what it is, and it also helps my doctors understand what's going on and so they can adjust everything for me and make sure that I'm okay. The most important woman in my life would probably have to be my mom, but don't tell her I said that because she thinks that I don't think that. She is a single mom with 3 children. 2 of us are in college right now. But she owns not 1, not 2, but 3 different businesses. And so not only is she taking care of a household by herself, she's running 3 different businesses by herself. And so to me, that's very admirable and inspiring because she doesn't have to rely on anybody to help her. And that's who I am. I'm very independent. And so I feel like I obviously get that from her. But to see her in action every single day and know that you can be independent, you don't need somebody to help you, is very inspiring and something that I strive to hopefully be one day. And I get compliments and I get praise all the time by family and friends who, when they find out what my mom does and how hard she works, they say that they're inspired by what she does and that they want to do exactly what she does, and be just empowered in their life and know that they can do anything that they want to do. So that's about me. I've made a collage that I am super happy about, and I'm going to show you guys and explain to you what it is that I put on this collage and why. So for the first thing, it's this picture right here. It says love is love, with love, in love. I just really love this photo and this picture because it shows different couples, both female and female, male and female, male, male, because at the end of the day, like it says, love is love. So it doesn't matter who you love, it doesn't matter. If you love whoever you love, that's the only thing that should matter. It shouldn't matter who it is, what sex they are, if they're the same sex as you, because who cares? I mean, I would not care. I think that if you truly love somebody, then you should be happy, and that loving somebody is the ultimate thing you can do in life. The next thing I have is live life loud. And I just really like how this message is saying, just, be yourself. Don't let people tell you to be who they are, to be somebody that you're not, and to basically silence you from being who you want to be. Be who you want to be. At the end of the day, it's your life. It doesn't matter what anybody else has to say to you. The next picture that I have, I don't know if anybody recognizes them without all their makeup and their wig, but this is RuPaul from RuPaul's Drag Race. Yes, I know. I put him on here because I just think he's an icon. I enjoy watching his show. I think he's done a lot for not only the drag community, but the LGBTQ plus community, because he's given them a platform that they haven't had. By making his reality show, RuPaul's Drag Race, he allows people to, you know, be unafraid, be unapologetic, be able to live the life that they've been living, but now they feel, you know, more accepted and more open about sharing it with other people. And I just find that truly inspiring. And for somebody to put their life out there in order to have people's lives coming from, and futuristically, like what RuPaul has been doing for the last 20, 30 years in the industry, I just find that super admirable. And not everyone does that, but when you do that, in my books, you're an icon. Right here is a like chalk drawing of a girl and a boy with equal sign, basically signifying that men and women are equal. So why should anything be different? Why should we be based off of, oh, for a female or a male, then we can do certain things, we can't do certain things, we can act certain ways and not act certain ways. We're all the same, we're all people. It shouldn't matter what we do. There shouldn't be a label on whether or not a certain sex should be doing something that other sex shouldn't. Shouldn't be no labels at all. Up here is like a little cartoon of Rosie the Riveter, which I just find super cute because it just shows the power of women and how women have empowered themselves for a very long time. And it's just, I just love how this is just empowering in general. This lady right here, I love her. I'm reading her book right now, Becoming. It's Michelle Obama. I just find her to be super inspirational. And she has done so many things while she was in office as first lady and after being first lady that she should be included in this just collage of awesomeness, because she is just great at everything that she's done. Her initiative on health, her initiatives for just everything, and standing up and telling her story and, you know, where she came from, but how she was always trying to be the best that she could be and that she proved herself. I just find her story and her position in power and how she used it for the greater good is just awe-inspiring, and I just love this lady. So the next photo I have is We Are Women, and it's a bunch of different women, different shapes, different sizes, different colors, and that's just, for me, sums up feminism. I don't think it should be just geared toward one particular race. It has to include everybody, because everyone deserves the equal as everybody else. So it doesn't matter if you're white, black, Hispanic, Indian, it shouldn't matter. Everyone should have the same respect and the same equalities regardless. So I just really liked how this basically summed up what feminism is and what feminism should be seen as, and not as just something that has only benefited one race, but it is supposed to benefit everybody. The next photo I have here is just the empowerment for women and how this, you know, the power movement and everything like that, and just the different skin tones again just shows that it includes everybody. It's not just one race, it's everybody that deserves equality. It doesn't matter who you are. The next one that I have, which I thought was kind of funny, it's called The Wild Rose, which requires careful handling. And this is a female in the middle, and usually we as females are seen as delicate, like delicate flowers. And so when they compared this lady to a rose, I just thought it was kind of funny because it doesn't seem like but she doesn't need to be handled delicately. We are just as strong, if not stronger than men. So why should we be seen as delicate flowers and men is not? I just think that this kind of just proves the point of women are a lot stronger than we are given credit for. The next picture I have is of Malala. Again, her story is super inspiring. From her childhood, her growing up, and for her to still be an inspiration and to want to empower other women, I just find super powerful. And I am very grateful for people like her who have taken their struggles and have used it to help others and help others understand and tell them that it's okay and that they can be who they want to be and they can strive for what they want to strive for regardless of where they come from. So I feel like just having Malala just here is just a perfect example of somebody to strive to be. Next, I have this one right here where it says the future is for women, and I completely agree with that. I mean, I feel like we're going in the right direction. As of recently, we just nominated or elected our first female vice president, which we haven't had in the 250 plus years we've been a country. And so I feel like the future is for women, and I feel like we are going in that direction. It's been a little slow, but I feel like with this message, we are getting to that point. We are going to get there. Next is just showing an old picture back in the early days, like early 1900s, when even back then they were fighting for women's rights. And I just wanted to kind of show that doesn't matter, like, at any point of history, that we have been fighting for our equal rights for a very long time. And without people like these women way back when, who knows where we'd be today. Like, we would be somewhere, but maybe without them, we wouldn't be as far as we are today. And so I just feel like we had to include people from way back when who have been doing as much work as we are doing today. The next one I have is, we are all human, which, again, we are all human, so we shouldn't care who somebody loves, how they want to identify themselves as. It shouldn't matter. We are all humans, therefore we should all be treated like human. This right here is probably my favorite thing on here, is this quote, and it says, I hate when people say, oh, you support gays, in a rude tone. No, bitch, I support equality. Straight up, straightforward. I support equality. That the fact that you're judging somebody because they're gay, for what? Or for any other reason, because they identify some way different than you do, that's not my problem. They should all be treated equal regardless of how they identify themselves. It's not affecting your life in any way. So I don't think that we should put any of our judgment on somebody else. We don't know their life. This also connected with me like a lot because I have my best friend is a transgender male now, a female to male. And I tell him all the time, it doesn't matter what you do, who you are. As long as you're the person that I became friends with 10, 15 years ago, we're gonna be good. I don't care. You deserve as much equality as I do. So don't worry about it. Lastly is this quote from a song called I Am Woman. And the quote is, I am woman, hear me roar. And it's a song by Helen Reddy. And it was used during the feminist movement in the 1970s. And I just feel like this song lyric and this quote just summarizes everything about this collage. And just, feminism, inequality, gender equality, LGBTQ rights. I just feel like this just sums up everything. So thank you guys for watching, and